Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Green Dragons Gaming. Without us, they wouldn't feel like winners. Without them, we couldn't look so good. So again, we're based out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. We've been playing up at a game store up in Phoenixville lately on Thursdays. If you're in the area, hit us up, Sir MC 2015 up on the forums, um, or PM me through YouTube or whatever, and we'll try to make something work with either myself or someone else from my playing group. So I went up to Mountain Mayhem. This happened actually. I just finished earlier today, and this is an event that's put on in the DC area. It's put on by Mr. Gene Phelps, and it's a blast. This was a 34-man tournament, and it's it had high level players, low level players, mid level players. Overall, lots and lots of fun. It was great to see everyone. And let's go ahead and get this party started. So today we have the Warriors of the Dark God versus Ogre Khans. Yes, I know I'm not playing my KOE. I actually have a huge Ogre Khan army that just isn't painted. And because it's not painted, Gene is a stickler for painting an actual Barden army for this. So Jeff Durham, thank you so much. Today I am playing game one, playing Coach Phil. Let's see, he is one of the coaches for Team USA ETC. Really super awesome, nice guy. And let's go ahead and take a quick look at his list. So he's got an adept of Evo, an adept of Alchemy. Considering Warriors, actually not a bad way to go. 275, 220, and the army really doesn't need a general, doesn't need a BSB or anything like that. I can easily understand why you go this way. He's got a huge brick of Warriors with great weapons, so just going in there alone, you're talking 10, 20, 20 10, 15 attacks. 16 attacks with a champ. Oh, he doesn't have a champ. So just 15 attacks right off the bat with great weapons. And I mean, they're offensive fives, so they're usually hitting on threes. It's pretty gosh darn good. Strength 6. 10 Warrior Lust with Musician Champ. 5 Chosen Knights. 5 Chosen Knights. 6 Wretched Ones. Yes, you heard me correctly. 6 Wretched Ones and 2 Forsakens. And I know everyone can read that, but I want to really stress the way that this list is going to work. Is the Wretched Ones and the Forsaken Ones, yeah, they're random movements. I think random movements are a pain in the rear. 360-degree threat range, and he has so many, and they're unbreakable. So many wounds to chew through. It's tough right there. And then you add in a unit that hits like a brick, like Chosen Knights, or 20 great weapon warriors. My God. And then you can turn around and give them rerolls to hit, rerolls to wound with lethal strike, or rerolls to wound with flaming, with AP1. It's rough. It can be absolutely a rough army. And here's my list. Feel free, go ahead, take a look. And I'm going to say right now, looking at his list, I'm like, all right, how can I turn around and deal with this? Because the random movement screws up part of my deployment, and movement, it's unbreakable, so that also screws me up. And his stuff goes first and hits harder, and I won't have enough left other than my death, other than my big brick. So again, here's my list. Hello, Great Weapons. That's the name of this army. So here's our deployment, going with my left to my right, going with the Tuskers, Great Weapons, Bombardiers. There's my Gut Star with 13 Tridesmen, and all the other characters. Another brick of Bombardiers. There's my small little brick of Bruisers. Trappers are up there. And there are my Tuskers. So let's see. So this is, I'll tell you what, here's the same pick. Oh no. So this is the end of his turn. Actually, this is the end of turn 1. and I'm playing chicken off on the left. Have him chaffed up on the right. So this here was a mistake on my part. I did not, and I didn't have to do that. I didn't give myself enough options with my Tuskers. That was a huge, huge mistake. Because that's one of the few units I have that can do really well against these random movers because they actually have armor. And nothing in his army scares me other than sheer volume of automatic hits that are wounding on 4s. Because each one of those, let's see, what the hell are they called again? The Wretched Ones generates D6 plus 1 auto hit strength 4. Grants AP 0, but I don't have armor. So, let's see, I'll stay here for a sec. So he pushed, so this is the end of his turn, it's sort of my turn. Turn 2, I charge in with the Gut Star, I blow it up, I make a long bomb char with the Tuskers on the left, and I'm down to my unit champ. That's it. I didn't do any impact wounds. He was rolling awesome saves, and I was rolling poorly to wound. I moved that way to try to start picking on like some of the other Wretched Ones and things like that, and that's it. So I shifted my way to the left, and it wasn't the wrong choice. I'm just not sure if it was the right choice. I guess I should have been a little tilted, a little bit more diagonal, in case you got a low roll and I can make where to hide with that other brick of Forsaken. I'm sorry, Wretched Ones. The Forsaken Ones up there, which are the big monster critters. Like that one did maybe 2 wounds to me, so I'm not worried about them. It was just the impact hits. I didn't even have to swing. I think the impact hits just did that thing in. So there's Phil drinking his coconut water, and I had a breath weapon. Never even had a chance to use it. Never had to. As I said, I charged him. I think I maybe did 1 wound. As a matter of fact, you can see the wound marker. I did 1 wound with all my attacks. Again, my impact hits did absolutely nothing. So I was banking on something. Didn't happen. So here's now how the board looks. He chose to charge my Tusker Cav on the upper right, and I chose to flee and run away. He got in with the random movements into my bruisers. I'm like, all right, I have a chance. And the other unit of the Forsakens are just out of my line of sight. As I said, I have a chance. No, I didn't. Just too many auto hits and wounds. It's just like, how much did that put out? It put out 20-something hits and killed me literally to the man. Literally to the man. I had to use a cat to chaff. So now, here's how the board looks. He killed my other Tusker. My one thing is gone. My bruisers are gone. And my Tuskers rally. So I didn't want, but I'm in range of his cavalry. If I flee again, I'm probably off the board. And that's it. So I use my 1 remaining kitty cat and my unit of bombardiers to try to chaff the Forsaken one. Because, again, 360-degree threat range, so me trying to move... You can make the argument that, oh, well, it's random movement, you don't know how far it's going to go. Average is still 9-10, and it can turn around and fluctuate all the way up to 18-inch threat range. You can't bank on that, and they're unbreakable, so I chaffed them as best I could. And his turn, he charges in his Wretched Ones and the Forsaken one into my Bombardiers. he tried in this picture to get his warriors out of my line of sight. So he tried backing him up and going, and he's like, oh, wait, I can't do this. I can't do this. There's no way I can get out of your range here. So we're just going to go balls to the walls and go up in your grill, which to me was the right play to do, because he's going to it means that he's going to sacrifice. It's like straight up chess 101. He's going to sacrifice in order to um, win the game here. So again, as I said, they charged them. They did charge them, and I used to prevent the cheeky little guys there from getting into my Gut Star. I ran out one of the characters and chaffed up his 1 unit of Wretched Ones, and they killed my Tuskers to a man again. And here's how the board looks. And they made short work of that con. So I had to march up my, what are they? The other unit of bombardiers to again act as chaff, and I charged his big brick of warriors with great weapons. Well, needless to say, he's going to end up charging into there and just obliterating them when we go back pick. So I charged his unit of warriors. I killed him to a man, I believe. Between my impact hits and the hits wounds of the unit, I never even got chances with the great weapon guys. He blows them up, and it's time for the sandwich. So I'm just going to go back a few picks. So here, there's nothing I can do. He beats up my one bombardier. Is going to flee and rally. But at that point, once that bombardier is gone and I obliterate his warriors and do my own reform, it's just not pretty. It's going to be a total sandwich at this point. So they're there. Here's my sandwich. I remember if he spoon-fed me a Forsaken one. Yeah, he spoon-fed me a Forsaken one. As he gets lots of other things in their position. I ended up eating that Forsaken one, and I used my Bombardier that as chaff, because it does rally, and then chaffs him up. So he kills my last Bombardier. Here's that gangbang I said just a few moments ago, and I couldn't, by the time he's done with the 20 plus attacks from one unit, 20 plus attacks from the other unit, I didn't have enough guys touching, and I tried to, but there weren't enough touching that unit to the left, and therefore I could not break steadfast. So this was a learning experience. Lots of different things I felt I could have done differently. This game, a lot of it had to do with positioning. I'm really liking the list. I'm already thinking about a couple tweaks, but I may not do the tweaks because, again, I really like this list. It's just Phil's army. Phil is a wonderful player and knew how he knew how to play against my list. So kudos to him, and that's it. Until next time, happy gaming.